can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Welcome back to Let the Boys Watch,
No,
an entertainment
believe me, I
podcast
said no.
brought to you by Going Great Productions. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Robbie. And on this week's episode, it was last minute decision week. And the winner of last minute decision week was a 1988 comedy, The Naked Gun. Naked Gun was written by Jim Abrahams and Jerry and David Zucker, directed by David Zucker. Naked Gun stars Leslie Nielsen, Priscilla Presley, a pre-double homicide O.J. Simpson, Ricardo Montalbán, George Kennedy, Nancy Marchand, Reggie Jackson, and Ryan's favorite, Weird Al Yankovic.
That's right.
Alongside me this week is one of our co-hosts and good friend, Ryan. How we doing?
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo. I'm doing good.
Stupid.
Robbie, how you doing?
Doing good. It's doing good.
Good. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Our co-host and good friend Benny is watching playoff baseball, I assumed, right?
I think so, unless he's doing another podcast about Naked Gun 33 and a third.
Yeah, maybe he's doing about a podcast about how to duck other podcasts.
Yeah. He's a known ducker.
Well, we'll have him back next week, most likely, I guess, unless the Mets win, but who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, who knows about what the schedule is? Playoff baseball schedule. Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, so if this is your first time, welcome. Like Robbie said, this is Let the Boys Watch. We typically watch movies that one or all of us haven't seen. Usually popular movies. We kind of think of some kind of a theme or some connection between a couple films, throw it up for a vote on Instagram, and then watch whatever wins. But like Robbie said, this week we pulled an audible at the line because Benny couldn't make it. So we've been talking about doing a parody movie for a while, and Naked Gun fit the bill. We both love it. We've both seen it, but hey, whatever. It's going to be a good time talking about it. If you want to get involved with talking about this movie, talking about next week, which we are going to do Catch Me If You Can. So, don't worry about that. Send us an email, ltbwpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, get involved in the votes, and send us a message there. Follow, rate, review, all that fun stuff on the podcast. And also, Robbie, tell them where else they can get involved.
Oh, please forget about it. You can get involved on our YouTube page, Let the Boys Watch, where you can see the three of us every week, each and every week. We kind of upload it every Thursday. Please subscribe. The cuz does a fantastic job of getting it up and editing the videos and putting a nice little thumbnail, little screen saver up there for us when the episode drops. Grab
It's always
somebody's
a bad
attention.
picture of me. I'm always like,
Yeah, I think he cuts off half of my head. I look like the guy from Goonies. So, but of course he looks styling and profiling. So, what's to be expected from a guy like that? Um, yeah. So please like, subscribe. I don't know where the button is here or here, but click on it. Subscribe. We got 88 subscribers at the moment. That's a lot more than I expected. And please, we want more. We want thousands. We want millions. We want trillions. So please like and subscribe our YouTube page. Let the Boys Watch. Just go on YouTube and search it. You search out the stupid stuff like "Get Ready with Me" while I get ready for work videos that reach 3.5 million viewers a week. So come on, get on board.
is it because it's like an attractive woman that's doing it? Is that why it gets all those views?
I don't know. I was gonna save it for our world-renowned Let the Boys, Going Great podcast, but I don't know. I guess it's attractive women. I see dudes doing it that are getting like massive views, and I'm like, what's going on around here? I don't know. I guess people like it. I never thought to get out of bed, wake up, get out of bed, set a camera up, hit record, jump back in bed, make pretend I'm waking up, and edit the video. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's the new thing, I guess. I guess people like that.
Whatever. Hey, if you can like that, you can like us,
Exactly.
I think. Um, But yeah. So every sound like
Okay.
something was
Who was that?
something
Enrico
was happening.
Palazzo?
Yeah, it's Enrico Palazzo banging on the door. Um, you usually, one or all of us haven't seen it, so we kind of talk about what we thought going in to watching this film, and then we also have a couple segments, favorite scenes, least favorite scenes, characters, a couple other things. We'll get to all that, but first, Robbie, tell me your history with The Naked Gun.
I think I watched The Naked Gun when I was a young lad. I don't think I watched it. I don't remember. I could be like, how old am I? It could be like 25, 20 years, I think. I really
Since
think
you
it's been
watched
that.
it?
Yeah, I think it's been that long since
Wow.
I've actually sat down and watched it. Maybe there's bits and pieces. Like, yeah, I breezed through, you know, the what is it? Prequel? No. Of the three movies that came out, I breezed right through them, but when I was younger. Um, I don't know, something about Leslie Nielsen I just love.
Love.
Um, I don't know what it is. I think it's just his straight-laced demeanor in these movies, being an incompetent fool. I love that. But I don't know. I watched when I was younger. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Uh, yeah, watching it now, I don't know. I don't know. I was a little surprised by how much I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to. So I know we'll talk about that, but I kind of was like thinking it the whole time. I was like, I wonder if Brian is thinking what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
because I don't know, it was a lot different as a like a 15-year-old kid than a
Yeah.
40-year-old 41-year-old man. So it's it definitely, I was going in like absolute nine and above. And now I'd say it's a little tough to score. But yeah, I just remember watching as a young kid, loving it, loving the stupidness of it and things like that. But a little different now. So
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Like, yeah, I saw it probably around the same time as you. I watched, all three of them multiple times as a kid, as a teenager, and loved them. And there was definitely um like a million times that I've quoted, things from this or thought of, things from this like in my daily life because that's what I do. Um, but I kind of agree. It's been a while since I really sat down and like watched the whole thing. And I was thinking during watching it that I was like, I feel like I should be laughing more, and I'm not. But it's not that I didn't enjoy it or didn't think it was funny. Like there was, plenty of scenes that I was like in my head, that's funny. That's
yeah.
hilarious. Like, I love that scene, but I wasn't like cracking up. And I don't know. Yeah, like again, we've kind of said this before for other films. Is it like just where we are in life at this point where, you know, we're not like cracking up laughing? And it kind of made me think like just generally, any of the movies that we've watched with this show or just on my own time that are comedies, I feel like I don't laugh like I used to. Like I feel like in my head I'm like, that's good. That's funny. But I'm not like cracking up. And I don't know again if that's just how it is now. I'm not sure. But I enjoyed watching this film. We'll talk about scenes and characters and stuff. But I definitely expected to be like pissing my pants watching it again because it's been so long, and I definitely was not. But I still liked it, and I still am glad that we chose this.
Yeah, me too. I kind of agree with you. There's a lot of comedies I feel like I watched recently or for this show, like you said, and I was like, okay. But I feel like there is like shows that I like when I rewatch The Sopranos. It's a psychopathic show about a lunatic, but I feel like I laugh more at that episode, those shows, or even like a Succession. I laugh at more than some of these comedies. So I don't know. It's weird. I guess my palate has changed how I perceive or view comedies when I'm watching them. I don't know. I guess I don't fall for like, oh, here goes Frank grabbing onto the concrete dick. That's hilarious. Like, I don't
But
know.
it's hilarious to talk about. That's
Yeah,
what's funny. Like you saying that, hilarious. But watching it, I was like, that's funny. Oh, he's
Yeah.
turning it. Oh, sexual assault with a concrete dildo.
Yeah.
Hilarious. But I didn't laugh. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't cracking up.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh, there goes Frank. Look at this. Look at crazy Frank ruining the oil paintings and knocking over the fine china and getting his foot caught in the garbage pail and it going up in flames. I mean, ha ha ha. It's like, yeah, maybe 10-year-old me was like, this is outstanding.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know. I was like, all right, I guess. I feel like I don't know. I thought this was on par with Airplane. I haven't seen Airplane in so long, so I can't be a judge of that. But I wonder how that would hold up as well, like an Airplane or something like that, because something like that.
I feel like, did I lose audio for you? Say something. Okay. Well, I'll just talk about Airplane. Like, I feel like I watched Airplane like semi recently in the past, I don't know, couple years. And I feel like I was giggling a little more with that than with this. But even after watching it yesterday, if someone said you have to watch Airplane or Naked Gun like right now, I would still pick Naked Gun. I prefer it as a film. Airplane definitely feels like a little more dated, but there's a few more like funnier parts, I guess, if that makes sense. Um, but I prefer Naked Gun as a film, and again, I still think it's hilarious. Like describing the film, I still think it's funny, but I wasn't cracking up, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it might be like one of those things if you watch with other people, it kind of like gets you going riled up,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
yeah, I guess. I mean, for some reason, I recently, because I had no free ads, but I do like to listen to the Rewatchables podcast. And they had it like a month or two ago, and I was listening to it, and I was like, man, I can't wait to watch because the way they were describing it and how funny it was, and you miss all these little subtle things that happen, and it's like, oh man, I can't wait to watch this. It's got to be one of the top comedies of all time. And I watched it, I was like, okay, it's
Yeah,
still funny. I like it. I mean, anything under an hour and a half is you already got my
beautiful.
attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So I mean, yeah, it's I guess it's just who I am, my taste at this moment in time in life because it does take a lot from me. I feel like comedy wise to laugh. And maybe it's all the stuff that's been done, over and over again in comedic shows or comedy. I mean, I don't know. It's weird because like I can't get enough of like I can always go back to like a Seinfeld and it will always make me laugh.
Right.
I don't know, it's weird. It's still I don't know why or how that is, but I don't know, it still feels fresh to me, even
Yeah.
though like they don't have cell phones, they don't have this, they don't have that, but the comedy still feels fresh. The scenario still feel fresh to me. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I know. And now like I kind of almost feel like I had an existential crisis a little bit where I was like, is this it? Like, do I not think things are funny anymore? Like I kind of want to watch like some other comedy movie just to like test myself. But yeah, like I feel like with other movies, we're talking about Catch Me If You Can next week. I watched it over the weekend because expecting to talk about it this week. And like there's a few times that I like cracked up in that movie just watching it. But like in this film, I wasn't. I giggled a couple times for sure, but nothing like where I was like, oh my God, look at this shit. Like didn't happen.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I was like, man, I can't wait. I'm like, I need a nice little comedy. I feel
Yeah,
like I've been watching like documentaries and fucking, even with Man on Fire last week. I'm like, I can't wait to watch this and laugh. And then I'm like you, I caught myself. I was like, I'm not even laughing. I'm
yeah.
like, am I fucked up
Am
in
I
the head? Is something
broken?
wrong with me? Yeah. Am I just desensitized? Am I done? Did that debate kill me last night?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I definitely again like enjoyed it and thought in my brain that's a great gag like numerous times I was like that's amazing, I can't believe someone wrote that joke, or that sight gag, or like look at that. And there was definitely things that I remember like noticing that had never noticed before because I was younger and whatever. But I, I don't know, but is laughing out loud like truly necessary to like deem something funny? I don't think so. I don't know
No,
though.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Nothing gets me good than a nice laugh out loud. And I'm not just talking about
Yeah.
the LOLs, but yeah, I don't know. There's something. I mean, because I feel like when I watch like stupid videos of some stuff, like I do laugh out loud, even if it's like short clips. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's strange to me. Maybe because it caught me off guard. Maybe because this movie I was expecting it to be
Yeah.
funny,
That could be.
funny as like a 10-year, where if I'm watching like a clip on YouTube or a show that I've never seen before and I don't expect it to come out like something that's funny, then I get a nice little LOL like, man, that's fucking hilarious. But maybe it was just thinking, putting too much onus on it, thinking that this was going to be some kind of hilarious movie at this age. But I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
again, like I said, a weird dynamic and a
Yeah.
weird way to think about it.
I kind of felt similarly with Austin Powers, but I just didn't really bring it up. Like again, I enjoyed watching it and was like that's funny, but never was laughing out loud. But it also could be like I don't know. I'm fucking tired. I don't want to be too noisy because the kids are sleeping. Like whatever. Could be a number of things, number of reasons why. But yeah, I think maybe it's just like some things maybe I mean, that's why things fall out of popularity because it's like people just don't like, they're like, yeah, I get it. That's enough. But things like Seinfeld just remain because it's just still funny all the time. I don't know. I have
Yeah,
no idea.
yeah, same thing with Austin Powers. I was like, I expected this to be a lot funnier than it was.
Yeah.
And again, no, that's another movie I was disappointed in. I thought it was going to be so much more funny than I watched, and then I like even remembered. I was like, man, I can't wait. This is going to be another hour and a half of just laughing out loud and rolling on the floor. But I was like, it's funny. But oh, like I said, maybe it's just like 20, 30 years of the same tropes and the same shit over and over again, and where it's like, all right, like give me something fresh. But again, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
weird.
But like, what's funny though is I feel like quoting it or talking about it is funny. Like you bringing up concrete dicks. Hilarious.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But I think, yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it's just tired, and I don't mean it necessarily like that, but there's no other word that I can think of. It's just it's worn out, it's welcome to a certain extent, but it's still funny, it's still revered. Like I think if you asked a lot of people our age, this would be like up there in like top comedies. And I'm very curious about if those people who had said like yeah top 5 top 10 comedy is Naked Gun or the Naked Gun series, I'm wondering if they watched it if they would feel the same way as we do. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, me too. Like I feel like I want to like I don't know. I'm not gonna go around going man in the street and saying, "Hey, when's the time you watch Naked Gun? What do you think?" But no, like I would love to know like when somebody like last watched it, like friends or family that uh do love this movie. Like when's the last time you actually sat down and watched this movie? And
Yeah,
what do you think about it?
yeah. And then you know what, do us a favor and watch it and report back.
Yeah, please send us an email.
Yeah,
That'd be
very
nice.
curious. But now I'm also like kind of having a little crisis, a little bit like I said before, a little existential crisis because like some of the parody movies that we had talked about to put up for a vote and like whatever, like things like Spaceballs and movies like that, where I'm like, I just remember loving these movies. And I don't want to, like, it's almost better to not watch them because it's funnier in my memory than it is actually watching it. And maybe that's just how it is. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like other movies that I love. Yeah, like these two. I recently just watched this in Austin Powers, so I don't know what other like movies from back in the day that I truly love that were like comedies. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I'd love to go back and watch some.
yeah.
I
Well,
gotta do it. I gotta think.
I'm sure we'll do some more. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I mean, I don't think we need to do like overall impressions because we just talked for 15 minutes, unless there's anything you want to specifically add, because we didn't really sort of talk about the film. But it's up to you. What do you think?
No, again, I just think like whatever. It's like an hour and 25 minutes.
Perfect.
Perfect pacing's perfect. I never and you can't really. I don't know. You can't make a dull. Maybe you can. I don't know. I don't think you can make a dull movie that's an hour and 25 minutes. I think the pacing is just on point,
Yeah.
and the writing is whatever. It's immature. High school writing. I feel like, but that's how it's gonna be for this type of movie. The gags are whatever.
Right.
1980 gags. I get it. Like I didn't laugh, but I'm laughing now when he grabs the lady's tits on top of them. Like
That's the thing. I th like talking about it is so much more funny than actually watching it.
I was like, oh great, he's gonna grab this girl's tits. Fantastic. And now I'm talking about it, I can't stop laughing.
There's so many like thinking about it. It's so funny in my brain, but actually watching it was just a different, I don't know, just a different experience. I'm not sure what the deal is.
Yeah, I don't know because I didn't laugh when he was grabbing the titties, but now I'm laughing now. So so I mean it is I guess it just is what it is. But yeah, I mean again, there's nothing really it's a comedy for its time. It's an hour, a little bit under an hour and a half. It's funny. The writing's sharp for the time being. The acting's good. I mean, nobody really stinks except for a couple people, and I'll hopefully get to them in least favorite. But that's what it is. It's just
Yeah.
a plain, you know, simple
Spoof.
comedy that gets the job done.
Yeah. Yeah. It's objectively, I think, just the jam packed with jokes. There's just so many gags, like you probably there's numerous that you don't even realize. And there's a number of jokes that I was like, you know what? That joke would probably be funnier if I knew the reference, because they definitely are referencing certain pop culture things that like if you never saw Platoon and you watch them walking out of the movie theater,
So stupid.
like you wouldn't think it was that funny. You'd just be like, all right. But that's hilarious because Platoon is an insane movie to come
Yeah.
out laughing. Um, and like yeah, that whole sequence is hilarious. Just the song, them dicking around. Oh man. Um, I feel like I'm talking myself into a higher score already. Um, but yeah, no, I totally agree. It's a great spoof, a great parody. Our issues aside, I still think it's in the conversation for one of the top like comedies, at least for my lifetime. I don't know if I'd say all time because I don't know a lot of movies from I don't know pre 1975. Um, but yeah, glad we watched it. I'm glad we picked it. I have my own issues to work through with my therapist, but we don't need to get into that there.
Tell me about it. Me too.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll ask when I see her why don't I like comedies anymore?
Yeah.
She's
Why
like,
can't
what's
I
the word?
find the joy in life anymore?
She's like, you got 3 hours? Let me break you down. So
Yeah.
yeah. No, yeah. Well, I'm with you. I'm not gonna go back and watch any Charlie Chaplin fucking movies for comedies. Like I'm good with the comedies I know. So I'm with you. I don't, yeah, I guess it's in the top 10 comedies for me. I'd have to take a bit to
Right?
to I would guess. That's kind of after watching it now, it's kind of stretching it, but I don't know. It's yeah, like again, like I don't want to keep on rehashing it because we week, whatever. But it was just like it's just disappointed, just
Yeah.
disappointed in uh in not finding it as funny as I thought I was gonna find it.
I seriously think like people listening are gonna be like, these two morons don't know what they're talking about because they're thinking about Naked Gun how I thought about it before I sat down and watched it. And I would have said top, like maybe top five like funniest movies that I've ever seen because in my brain that's what it was. But after watching it, I still think it's a top film, a top comedy film for me, but it's not the same watching it now 15, 20 years later. It just isn't. At least for me, and it sounds like for Robbie too. So if you're saying these guys are fucking idiots, you're correct. We are
Yeah,
idiots.
we're not wrong.
No. But B, do yourself a favor, watch it yourself and see if you agree. Because there's definitely funny parts in it, but it's not like piss yourself laughing like you used to be. It's just, I don't know, it's just not.
No,
Um,
I agree.
what do you got for plum score on this? Tough one.
Oh, I wanted to hear yours first, if you don't mind, if you have one.
No, that's fine. It's this is a I mean, considering the last, whatever, what time is it? Almost 30 minutes of us saying the same thing like 80 different times. This is a hard one to grade because I feel like I want to give it a little bit of a lower score. And then I also don't want to do that because I still I still think it's such a good film and written so well for being a parody, a spoof comedy. I don't know if there's even a better parody movie than this. Maybe Spaceballs. I mean, I'm a big Mel Brooks fan. I'm kind of concerned at this point whether I should even watch some of his movies because I'm worried it's going to ruin the whatever, the allure for me.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, the nostalgia, the whatever. Um, but as far as yeah, I mean, just even still, it's without a doubt top five parody movies. I Other than Mel Brooks, I don't think anything beats it. I mean, there's Airplane is great, and then the other ones there's funny parts like whatever, but they're not as good as these or the Mel Brookses. So I think I'm gonna go 7.4. Like, and I still think that's too low. Like I know when we put this on Instagram, people are gonna be like, Ryan and or depending on your score, Ryan is stupid. Like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Watch it and then see if you still think I'm an idiot. Again, I am, but see if you still think so. Of
Yeah. I mean, we, like you said, we are idiots, but guess what? There's a lot more idiots out there. Uh,
course.
but
I still
yeah,
7.4 is too low. I can't I'm I don't like that.
no, I mean, I've been giving 7.6 out a lot. Um, I thought you were gonna give it an 8. Like I came in, like again, like I said, I came into this at like 9 or better. I'm
Oh,
like this,
yeah. In my head, I was agree. Like no,
yeah,
I was like, this is gonna be like low nines for sure.
yeah. I was like, this is 9 without a doubt. I'm just depending on like if it's
I
9.5. But no,
I'm just sorry. Continue.
I just I'm gonna go because I gave it a 7 point. I'm gonna go like right in line with what the percentages on IMDb, and I'll just go 7.7. Um, I like I said, it was 9 or higher. Turn the movie on, and I was like, this is 7 lower for me. So
Right.
yeah, that's how I feel like again, people's taste change, people change what they
Yeah.
like, people change what they don't like. It just wasn't the same for me. I'll watch it again, of course I will, but it just wasn't something I was expecting. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I kind of was just and I know we try to not. like look at scores for other films and stuff. But like the one thing I saw where I was like, I gave Austin Powers an 8.2, and I'm like, this, I don't know if Austin Powers is better than this, but then I was just kind of thinking like, I think it kind of is a full, almost full point. Probably not, but whatever. I'm not gonna change my score. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm 100% sure that people are gonna be like, whether they send us a message or probably not, because they don't, they're just gonna be thinking like 7 for Naked Gun. You guys are fucking stupid.
Stupid idiots.
Yeah. But
But
in my brain, minus before watching this film, nines easy, like mid nines. I thought about this film for sure. I love this movie. For I don't know why I didn't watch it more because I don't know. You think a movie that I really loved, I'd watch more, but yeah.
yeah, no, it's weird. It's weird to me. I don't know why. It's again, keep on saying I don't know why, but I agree with you. Yeah. Uh I haven't watched it in a long time. That's why maybe. I don't know. Just remembering things like I don't know. It's weird because it would be like I love Ferris Bueller, and if I watch Ferris Bueller now, it's gonna be a fucking 14 for me.
Yeah.
It's not. That's never gonna change for me. But movies, some movies like this, it does change, and I don't know. I don't know why it's like that or how it comes to be like that, but it's just I can't really explain why this movie, as the kids say, didn't hit for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's some science on it. We'll do some research. But always remember at um the Plummies, we can always change our score on one film if we want.
It's
So
true.
we have that in our back pocket. Um, I don't know. Anything else to say before we get into our segments?
Nice beaver.
Oh, wait. I actually, hold on. Well, first of all, what I wanted to do was wear a suit and pause the recording and just say, I gotta go put on something more comfortable and come back in a different suit. But no, I actually
Uh,
did. Wait, I have something. I have like a little thing here for just gotta find it. Bingo. See,
even I was like, even when he did it, I was like, that's stupid. But now I'm laughing because
it's
I don't
so
know.
funny. It's so funny. And I feel like in my head, the jokes were like way faster and just like nonstop. And it didn't feel that way watching it. It felt a little bit slow to me. Whereas
Yeah.
like there's shows other movies where it's just like nonstop jokes and gags and whatever. And while this does it very well, it didn't feel that way on this watch.
No, I agree. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be constant,
Bingo.
constant, 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 constant.
Right?
And it was like, okay.
Yeah.
That was okay. I was like, all right, these some of these gags are a little childish, a little immature for me. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think something that's not immature for me though. You're never not gonna get me to not laugh out loud when there's an unexpected fart out of nowhere.
The best.
I mean, forget about it. Forget
You,
about it. I'm
you
always
want
gonna that gave a loud LOL
to, yeah,
when he was farting in the bathroom.
agree. Do yourself a favor and I mean, I love Leslie Nielsen. Um, YouTube or Google like Leslie Nielsen farting.
I seen it. He
He's
does
got a
like
fart machine that he
yeah,
carries around with him all the time.
the best.
Best.
Rest in peace.
Oh God, I love him. Um, I'm glad he's not alive to hear my score of his movie.
And that our squad might have killed him if he was still alive.
Maybe,
We might have buried him.
maybe. Watch, this is of all the videos that we've made for movies and shows and stuff. This is the one that gets picked up and we get absolutely smoked by the internet.
Good.
You fucking morons don't know what you're talking about. Naked Gun is a classic.
It's all right. Guess what? Hey,
Hey.
come see us.
Um,
GFY.
GFY. Robbie, would you like to do characters or scenes first?
Oh, we can go characters.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a ton I feel like to pick from. Um, but there's stuff there. Why don't you go first? And I'm
All
sure we're
right.
gonna have a ton of Ani matches for both of these.
All right, so I'll go first with least favorite character. And to nobody's surprise, it's
Oh,
the juice. It's OJ Simpson. It's not because he killed
wow.
two people. It's not because he murdered two people allegedly. It's because he's just a terrible actor. And even back in the day before I knew that he was an absolute psychopath, lunatic, killer, yeah, I thought he stunk in this movie to begin with. It's something his acting, I don't know, he just oozes phoniness and he oozes you could sense the phoniness off the screen. I didn't find him funny in this movie. I didn't think he was a good actor when I watched in this movie. I mean, I'm trying to put the actor and the, Hall of Fame running back and the alleged, double homicider, trying to separate the three.
Yeah.
But it's just he just wasn't good in this movie. He was in a few scenes, but he just wasn't somebody that I thought really not. I don't doesn't need to be. He doesn't need to carry the movie. His comedic timing and presence and just being there. I don't know. He just is not a good actor, and we could have got somebody else. Give me Gail Sayers or somebody.
Yeah.
Walter Payton,
Something. Um,
Deion
I will.
Sanders.
I mean, we might talk about this later, but I do love the scene where he's just continually hurting himself.
That is
Fantastic.
funny. That
Yeah.
is funny. I have that
I'll
as so
give
yeah.
him, yeah, physical comedy, pretty good. I mean, I don't know if he was doing all his own stunts, but yeah, acting. And I don't know if that was like intentional by the director and writers or whatever, but yeah, I gotta agree with you. The juice was not loose on this.
Oh no, he wasn't loose. But I always hate when I'm hanging out with the boys and I trip and hit my head on a birthday cake.
A multi-tiered cake of some
I
kind.
always hate that.
Oh,
So
the worst.
thanks.
Um, Least favorite? I don't know. I don't really have like other than the juice, there's not really much for me. I think I'm gonna go with um the original Enrico Palazzo because
Okay.
he was kind of an asshole. He's like
Yeah,
yelling at that lady. He wants the head usher. Where's the head usher? He deserves to get knocked out.
he does. That's
Yeah.
he thinks he's too big for his britches. He thinks that he's better than anybody. Um, there's no real Enrico Palazzo, right? Obviously not.
I don't
Well,
think so, but I
he's
mean
trying to
he's
be like Pavarotti.
yeah, one of the three tenors.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that yeah, it's not a real person.
Well, good. I'm glad he got knocked out and couldn't perform.
There's not much better than um the fact that like in the old action movies that we used to love, the Seagals, the Van Dams, like movies like that, where like a chop right here
The
would
best.
knock people out. I just remembered like trying to do that to like my friends and my brother and stuff like that and being like mad, like, why can't I knock people out? Like I'm doing a chop.
A little judo chop.
I love that they just did that in this movie with just one chop and he's out.
He's it. He's dead. He's done for the whole entire movie. I love that.
Um, but yeah, yeah, not a ton of, in my mind, choices for least favorite, but do you have any Ani mentions?
I'll go OJ's wife.
Fair.
Her
Yeah.
screaming in the hospital room when Frank was just
Ah!
labeling off, ways that he would like to die.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah,
See?
just
It's
her screaming.
it's so funny talking about it, but when I was
Yeah.
watching, I was like, okay.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, she was just it's just all about people annoying me and loud screams like that and dogs barking really annoy me the most.
Yeah, fair. I don't disagree with that. Um, any other least
You have any
favorites
or
you want to
no?
mention? Not really. Again, like th- agree with both of your picks and Enrico, just because yeah, he was kind of a D. Um, you know what?
Like you,
I think I'm gonna give like a slight Ani mensch to Priscilla Presley.
okay.
Because she like kind of annoyed me like in the movie. Like I liked her, but I also didn't. So it's like a slight Ani mensch, least favorite, but I might also give her an Ani mensch favorite at the same time.
Yeah, there was. I don't know. It's just something about her in all these movies that I didn't like about her, even watching it when I was growing up. I don't know. There was just something strange about her. Her vibe, kind of. I
Yeah.
wasn't feeling her vibe in these movies. But no, I definitely agree. I could see how you could be like, yeah, she wasn't really. She was kind of my least favorite character in him because I definitely got that vibe when I was watching this back in the day, and even now, I was like, all right, Priscilla, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I like her, but I don't like her.
Yeah,
And it's weird with movies like this is because you can't be like, oh, well, they're acting like shit or they're overacting or like whatever. But a movie like this, the directors clearly could be like, no, I want you to be ridiculously dramatic about this, or I want you to whatever. Um, but like um Ed and Drebin and um Ludwig and like a couple others just play it so straight that it's so good. So when there's the other characters that it's like they're playing it straight, but they're kind of like overacting a bit, like Nordberg and Jane and whatever. I don't know. They kind of stand out a little bit where they might have been directed to do that, but at the same time, it's like, well, everyone else isn't doing that. I don't know.
yeah. That's a yeah.
I don't know.
Get off my screen.
Yeah. Um, so speaking of maybe favorite characters, favorite character. Um, oh, I go first, snake draft, even though there's
Yeah,
only
you
two
got
of
it.
us.
You got it.
Man, I mean, if I don't pick them, you'll pick them. But
So you got to pick them.
I gotta pick them. I mean, Leslie Nielsen as Frank Drebin is one of my favorite characters, just generally, just ever. He's so good in this movie as just the straight, this isn't funny, but it's funny. Um, he acts it so well. I love his voice. I love the way he reacts to things. His like surprise face is so funny. Um, and just I mean everything he's in, I love. Every, stupid movie that he was in that's just terrible. It's the movie's terrible, but I love him in it. Fantastic. And just what I was watching numerous interviews with him this afternoon, getting ready for this, and just loved it. He just seems like such a good dude. I hope that's accurate. I feel like you can't really say that with any certainty with celebrities these days, but um I just love him. He's just so fantastic.
No, he's the best. I seem like a nice guy. I don't know from a hole in the wall, but
Right.
I don't know. There's something about him. He had that nice little deep voice that I loved.
Yeah.
He's just like you said, just playing a straight man slash the bumbling idiot that doesn't know that he's a bumbling idiot. I
Right.
love that about him. I feel like the joke's on him, but it's never really on him. The way he acts in these movies, and I like the way he comes across. Like whether it's this trilogy or Airplane, right? I just love his demeanor in these movies. It's something about it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
his
And he,
nice little headstone. That it has his born date, death date, and then he has in quotes "let her rip"
that's right.
on the headstone. So
Love it. So good. And I don't know if that's his real hair, but man,
what a
what a
set,
salad on that guy's head.
please. I hope to good God that's what happens when I go gray. Just a fantastic set.
Just a fantastic white, just piece of lettuce on that
Oh
head.
man, what a What a set of hair.
What a mop. Um, so yeah, Leslie Nielsen, RIP, love you. What do you got, Robbie, for favorite character?
This is tough, because I, while I do love, I don't know, because I feel like she's not in it a lot. Um, I do love George Kennedy. I've always loved him in these movies. Academy Award winner, George
Yeah,
Kennedy, by the way.
yeah,
Um, I don't know. I just always felt bad for him in these movies because I felt like he was such a good guy, and he's
right.
surrounded by fucking Frank Drebin, the idiot, the incompetence. He's getting, darts in his neck. He's just also quickly. What were they eating in the car that were making their lips pink?
Pretty sure it's pistachios.
Is that what happens back in the day?
Remember they used to be red?
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Wait, let's look it up. I definitely remember like red nuts back in the day that I used to eat. Yeah. Oh, red pistachios. Why did they disappear?
Oh my God, I love it. See the things
Um,
you learn in this podcast?
yeah, not long ago. Uh,
I was like, was that pistachios? I don't know. I don't remember them being red.
I think they used to be dyed, and then I don't know. It seems like it's one of those like we think it's this, but we're not 100% sure. So yeah, pistachios.
All right, well, I'm
I
gonna go
remember
with
thinking at first, I was like, what's all over his face? And then I was like, oh, the nuts.
yeah. Then he got out the car and he couldn't get out the car because there were so many nuts.
It's so stupid.
Again, another one. I was like, that's so dumb. And now I'm talking about it. I can't stop laughing.
I know.
Uh, um, let me go with Nancy Marchand as Mayor Barkley. I love Nancy.
Ah,
I loved her as Mrs. Soprano. I mean,
that's true.
she's just the contrast of seeing her now, you know, when I've known her as that Livia Soprano, how just terrible and evil she was and how great she was, to seeing her now just playing off of Leslie Nielsen and his incompetence. Um, she just plays a nice little straight lady in this movie. I don't know. I don't know what it was about her, but I was like, man, she's literally the best actor in this movie, as you can tell. Like, on a dramatic turn. Like, yeah, Leslie Nielsen's great, but you could just tell like she has the true acting chops in this movie. You could kind of just you notice that from when she walks on a scene. But no, it's great. I love when there's a serious person that just can't stand these stupid idiots, but they can't really get rid of them. So yeah, even though I do love George Kennedy, I got to go with Nancy Marchand because she was one of my favorite characters in this movie.
Yeah. No, I agree. Um, I mean, you want to start with Ani Mensch because if you don't take him, I'll take him.
Take him, please. I want to hear what you got to say.
No, I totally agree. I love Ed in this movie. He's just such a, I don't know. It's, I can't really explain why I love him, but he's just like such the like good boss. Like, yeah, he's kind of an idiot, but he's just, I don't know. He just means well, and he just wants Frank to be happy and succeed. He loves his wife, even if she may or may not be cheating on him. Who else is seeing this man's wife? No, 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 no. And I love his voice. I like how he speaks. Um, I feel like that happens a lot, like where if I like someone's voice, I like them regardless of what they're saying.
No, he just feels like that, that everybody's grandpa, right?
Yeah.
Like just a lovable, cuddly guy. I don't know. I loved him. Like I said, I loved him when I watched this when I was a young kid. I still love him now. I don't know. It's something about him. Again, another bumbling idiot that just wants his friend, to do good and be happy and just be a good cop and go home to his wife was probably smashing and dashing everybody on the force.
Yeah, probably. Don't they? I'm trying to think. In like the second and third movie, I feel like they kind of like rip him on that. Like they like build on that joke a little, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I feel like they kind of like poo-poo on him a little bit later on in the movies, like kind of
Yeah,
like
like
dig
they,
into him.
yeah, like rip on him a little more. I don't
It's
remember
like
though. Yeah,
that's it. He's
I'll do
Academy
that.
Award winner. How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you?
Even though I just said Nancy was the the most dramatic best actor on here. I mean, this guy won an Academy Award, so I can't say anything about that as well.
Yeah, come on. Guy was in Cool Hand Luke. Give him a break.
Big Ed.
But yeah. Um, who else you got? Because I got a couple more.
I'm gonna go with a surprise. I'm gonna go with Reggie Jackson. I mean,
Must
he
kill the queen.
was good as a robot. I was
Yeah,
expecting a lot less. He was a better actor than OJ, I tell you that right now. Um,
yeah.
and he had a big frame. I didn't know Reggie was that jacked later on in his life. So shout out to Reggie. I thought it was gonna be worse than expected, but it wasn't. So if you're exceeding my expectations, Reggie, you're always gonna be an Ani Mensch.
Yeah, that's true. Um, I gotta call out my man Ricardo Montalbán.
Gotta do it.
Come on, my man. He's just so good as like the slimy bad guy. Amazing. Oh. And I love it's I don't know if it's supposed to be a joke, but I love that he pulls an Uzi out at the baseball game. Like this fairly large gun is in his pants and no one notices, but he pulls a fucking Uzi out. Um, but yeah, I like him. Just I also like how he speaks. And I like just he's, that smooth businessman. Um, has all the cool shit. He's got the, boy in blue painting on his wall, the giving away the rifles, like just I don't know. I really like him as a bad guy.
Finger
Um,
in his hot dog.
yeah. I didn't realize until this watch that that's the guy that fell in the vat.
I didn't
That
know that either.
Yeah, because that was I think the sign said something about hot dogs or something.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
forgot.
he had the ring when he was going into the water. He's doing instead of doing the T1000 or the T800, you see his ring on his finger, and that's the ring that's in the hot dog bun.
I also liked when he's escaping and he's shaking Priscilla Presley. And you can see it's an absolute fucking
I
doll.
love that.
And he's got the terrible wig on. It's not even him.
I love that. That's such a funny scene. And the same thing when such a fake doll when Nordberg goes over the thing from the wheelchair, it flips over
I
like
love
eight
that.
times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. I that was one of the scenes where I definitely like did laugh when he was ripping her through the stadium going up and hitting everyone on the way in.
So stupid.
Amazing. Um I'm trying to think. I mean, I'll also give, again, like I said before, just like a semi-ani mensch to Priscilla Presley because while she annoyed me, I did also like her at the same time. There was definitely parts where she was funny. Her like deer in headlights type of demeanor was very funny in certain parts. But also like her acting in certain parts was pretty rough. So that's why she
Yeah.
gets both from me.
I'll give Ani Mensch to the seven sports announcers that called the baseball game.
Loved it.
I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Some blast from the
Including Dr.
past.
Joyce Brothers.
Oh my God, she was fantastic as always. She didn't say a word. And either did Dick Vitale, but it was nice to see everybody out there.
Yeah, the best. How about that?
What a voice on Mel.
Best.
Oh,
That I mean, well, let's save it for scenes. Um, any other Ani mentions for characters, favorite characters?
not for me, no.
All right. Let's do scenes. Let's do favorite scenes first. I think this will take the longest amount of time, but do you want to start?
Please stop.
Um, I don't know if it's too big of a scene.
No,
Um,
just say it.
I mean the entire scene at the stadium is fantastic. Like I think that's my favorite, like my favorite part. It's always been my favorite part. I know it's like the entire third act, but it's like he he becomes Enrico Palazzo, he becomes the ump, all the stupid stuff that they're doing with the baseball, the spitting, the signals, the fucking all the video in the beginning with the tiger mauling,
That
the
was
guy's head
I
falling
forgot
off.
about that.
So funny. It's so funny. All the announcers, like you said, um, the fighting, the umps, him trying to, with all the strike calls and all that shit. And then the last scene, like with them with Reggie,
Yeah.
I must kill the queen, and him trying to get Jane to kill Drebin. Like it's I'm taking a third of the movie, but it's so good the entire thing. There's nothing bad about the entire last act of this film.
No, and you forgot, poor Ed having to relive his dad's death all over again with
My dad went that way.
No, of course. Like that last 25 minutes is just phenomenal. So many things happen. I mean, Leslie Nielsen is just all over the place with what he does, the umpiring, uh, the national anthem, what else?
I
Just
mean,
the
Francis
he
in the stage yelling, "That's Enrico Palazzo." So good.
No, what I love too is like literally finding every kind of foreign substance on the pitcher. The sandpaper, the Vaseline, the drill, and then
Yeah.
he's giving it back, and he's uncorking the bat, and he's and just him just like patting down everybody.
Yeah, during
Every
gameplay. Yeah.
I forgot that they even got caught in a little pickle between the umpires. If Frank runs out there and gets in there. No,
Love it.
it's a great 25 minutes. It's fantastic.
It's so good. Um, Amazing. That's why I picked it.
No, fantastic scene.
What do you
Um,
got?
I'm glad you picked it because this is my favorite scene. Always has been my favorite scene. Love it. I think it's so fucking stupid. And this is what I laughed at the most is when Frank goes to question the guy at the dock and they're
Oh,
passing and they're
the
passing
best.
and they're passing, you know,
The
the
20.
20 bucks the $20 back to each other, getting the information out of each other. It's the stupidest fucking thing, but it's so funny. I love it. I can't stop laughing about it. And just the way they both play off each other is just hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like,
It's
listen,
such a good
will this
spoof.
refresh your memory? He's like, I don't have anything right now. He's like, yeah, you have a 20 on you? And
Can you
he
spot me
gives
at
him
20?
20. Yeah.
All right,
It's
now I
just
remember.
the best. I love it. I think it's so stupid, but it works so well. It's just a phenomenal scene. Besides that, baseball scene, I think it's the best scene in the movie. It's just the way those two are acting off each other is just awesome. It's the
No,
best.
it's so funny. I don't know, maybe this will refresh your memory. And plus, hey, $20 in 1988's nothing to sneeze at, right?
Please. I would take it.
It's probably like $100 now. I mean, you saw uh the sign in the beginning, $1.99 dozen donuts.
What was it, 12 to midnight?
Noon, yeah, noon to midnight. What a
What a
deal.
deal. What a deal that is.
Fantastic. Um, you know what else is good about the scene with the 20s at the docks is they got the chalk outline in the water. I love that. That's
So
so
dumb. And of course he just like when they go to park, he knocks the guy off the pier. It's like, come on.
You know what else is funny about that scene is when they come in and the cop is just with a megaphone, nothing to see here, and the two people are just like
Yeah.
they have that like, do you remember that Soundgarden video, Black Hole Sun?
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone was like,
Yeah, just like
that's the face
frozen.
they were doing.
Creepy.
Very strange.
That video was creepy.
Yes. Won't you come and wash away the rain? Okay.
Let's see.
Um, what else you got? What do you got for Ani Menches?
What do I got for any mentions? What I got for any mentions? Again, like I said, Frank going into the courthouse, going into the bathroom, just paying like a lunatic, farting like a lunatic, while he's mic'd up is hilarious. It'll never get old for me. As immature as it is, you can do fart noises and fart jokes and unexpected farts, and I'm always gonna laugh. It doesn't matter if I'm 130 years old. You're always gonna get a laugh out of me.
The best, the best. And like you said, the mayor just being like, um,
And it's live on and people. It's on television.
yeah, people are seeing that and hearing that. Amazing. Um,
The best.
I loved when they did flash to him and he's like doing all this shit in the bathroom, like, oh,
I, I was yeah. I've never shaken the pee out like that when he's just moving his hips back. Well, they gotta try that soon. That's all over the bowl. That's all over the
gonna
bowl.
get everywhere.
Yeah, please. I'm gonna
I
get in his
love
eyes.
I love when he's peeing and you hear him he misses the toilet and he's hitting the floor and he's just like, oh,
Forgot about that. Yeah, that got a laugh out of me when he did that.
yeah. Oh man. Um, I gotta give an Ani Mensch to not the opening scene because the opening scene was stupid.
I hated that. I thought that was so dumb,
Yeah.
so
Um,
80s, so
yeah,
stupid.
yeah. But the credit scene with the
Yeah,
siren, loved that.
loved it.
Fantastic. Perfect, perfect opening credit scene. Maybe one of the best of all time. It's
Yeah, with
that good.
the music,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. No, but I forgot. I should have put that as my least favorite scene. That was it.
Well, we didn't get to that yet, so there's still time.
Oh, I forgot. I was least favorite character. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's quite all
Jumping
right.
ahead.
No, it's fine. We've had some crises of our existence on this, so it's understandable we forget.
Thank you.
Um, you have any other Ani matches?
Do I? Let me see quickly. No, do I? Um, no, I had the opening credits as well.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, and the baseball scene, but we talked
I
about
took
that
the whole
already.
thing. Um,
But I had the entire base. I was my note to the entire baseball scene because
yeah,
it's
no, it's fantastic.
can't break that up.
Trying to think, there's gotta be a couple more. I mean, the chase scene is funny.
That's right. I
It's
forgot
like
about that. Yeah.
kind of stupid, but I still like it. What else? And I mean, when he's getting kicked off the force and he's just like, oh, the missing evidence. He was innocent. Oh well.
Oh yeah. She's like, Frank, you killed 7 actors.
Oh, that was a good one too. Yeah, in the park when I
They're doing
see
the Julius Caesar
they do.
reenactment.
Yep. Um, oh, I do love the montage when they're going on their first date. There's a couple parts that I'm kind of like, all right, that's stupid, but it's just so dumb. Squirting each
Yeah.
other with mustard and ketchup and um tattoos. Like it's so bad that it's good to me, and that's the point. But yeah, I'll pick that one out. Um,
No, yeah, it's true. Forgot about that.
I feel like there's more, but in the interest of time, let's move on. Least favorite scene. See, there we are. We're here.
Hey, there you are.
Who are you?
Well, how do I know you?
No, but you're there.
Um, I guess I'll go first because I
Yeah,
already
go ahead.
spoiled it for myself. Um, it's got to be the opening credits. I thought that
Yeah.
was just so stupid having every, dictator around the world and Frank barges in with the hunchback and is just beating everybody up. It's so stupid. Him wiping off, Gorbachev's birthmark was so dumb,
Yeah.
so stupid. I'm like, this is fun. I'm like, that's what kind of when I was like the antennas went up. I'm like,
Is this
is this
gonna be
gonna be fucking
stupid?
stupid?
Yeah.
Like, do I remember is this gonna what it's gonna be like? Because I always thought it was even like Hot Shots Part 2 and they're like the fake
Oh,
Saddam Hussein.
so good.
I was like, is this what it's gonna be like? did I forget how stupid this is gonna be and corny? So yeah, I just thought that was dumb. I didn't understand it. I didn't need it. You just could have did something else or just went right to the true credits with the car and the siren and the theme song because the I just couldn't stand the beginning scene.
Yeah, agree. That would have been my choice. Um, I hope Hot Shots Part 2 isn't stupid because I haven't seen that in a long time, and I did watch it a million times.
I did too.
It's
Yeah,
probably stupid, I think.
of course.
Damn,
It's gotta be.
probably. But hey, Izzy Mandelbaum's in that, and I love him.
He's good.
Mandelbaum.
He is good.
Um, I think I'm gonna go. You had mentioned it before with least favorite characters, but I think the whole hospital scene just annoyed me with Nordberg's wife screaming, with the bed, like the stupid gag where he gets
Yeah.
folded up. It's stupid. Um, I thought you know what? Wait, let me look real quick. I guess they don't give a first name, but I thought it was weird that Mrs. Nordberg, who is named Wilma, called her own husband Nordberg instead of like Bill or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever his name is. But I did
Uh,
love the the end of that scene where Frank's like, "We're not gonna rest until Nordberg's killers are found," or whatever he says exactly. He's like, "Let's go get a bite to eat."
exactly. Unbelievable.
Yeah. See, that's like I felt like thinking about it, there was gonna be more fast jokes like that where like you have to think about it for a second where it's like, oh, he just said the opposite and that's why it's funny. But I felt like there wasn't as much as I remember.
Yeah, like I said, when I was listening to that Rewatchables podcast, they were just like, "Oh my God, there's just so many the jokes are rapid fire. You just miss them, and like on the rewatch, you catch them." And I was like, "Okay, I mean,
I
all
caught
right,
them
I
all.
guess,
Fucking
yeah,
Pokemon, man.
I, I guess, but I don't know
Um,
with that.
whatever. Um, any mentions for least favorite or any other? Did we get to that already? I don't remember.
No, I don't. No, I don't remember. There's probably a couple corner. Like, oh, I'll go with like them having sex with the giant condoms on. That was
That's
so fucking
stupid.
stupid.
That's very 80s, 90s joke.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
so dumb. Uh, but yeah, I'll go with that. That quick little jaunt.
Yeah. I one real quick that I just want to add for favorite was a line when he goes to meet that guy at the factory or whatever. I'm guessing in the hot dog factory, and they're shooting guns at him, and he's yelling, and he's like, "I can't hear you while you're firing a gun."
Uh, I'd even laugh at that scene.
Yeah, but it's funny thinking about it.
Yeah, it's funny reenacting
Yeah, stupid.
it.
Um, all right. We do it every week. I don't know if we're gonna have good answers, surprisingly, with our scores to this, but we always do it. Is there anything you can think of to make this movie better?
I don't think so, really. I mean, it for the time, it hit on everything. The writing was sharp, the comedic timing was sharp, the acting was great, uh, the pacing was great, the direction was great, the time frame. Please forget about it. 10 out of 10 with just that. I don't
Yeah,
really think you can make this movie better. I think this movie is properly rated. I don't think it needs to be nothing needs to be done with it. It's a 1988 comedy that, you know, stands the test of time, I want to say. It does, but it doesn't for
right.
personally for me, and that's just my opinion. Of course, there's a lot of people out there that it probably does stand the test of time for, and that's, understandable. But no, I don't see any changes that need to be made to this movie.
Yeah. No, agree. I think if we were just talking about it in the realm of only parodies or spoof movies, I'd be like, it's maybe top two or three. Like it's nearly perfect as a parody movie. Um, so yeah, you can't like turn it into some dramedy or like a romantic comedy or something. Like you turn it to something else, then it's something else, and that's not, that would be stupid. Um, so yeah, I don't really have an answer either. I mean, what could I say? Like make the jokes funnier to me as a
Yeah.
40-year-old man, I guess. I mean, I guess that's an answer. Um, and maybe if I watch this for the first time ever this week, maybe I'm sure my opinion would be different. I don't know, but yeah, I don't think we really have like a great answer for this. I don't think there is one.
More fart jokes, maybe.
Maybe it's very possible.
That's it.
Um, well, I do have a way to make this film better, and it's something we do every week with every film, and that's work overtime because we cast Matt Damon in a role that exists or that we invent for this film. So, Robbie, why don't you go first? You got something for our friend Matt Damon to be in Naked Gun from the files of Police Squad?
I do. It's nothing crazy, it's nothing funny. But give me a young, right out of the, academy, fresh as a daisy, beautiful looking, shaved head, you know, fantastic upper body, fantastic lower body. You can tell he's been squatting because his buns look fantastic in the police pants. Give me Matt Damon as Detective Nordberg.
Nice.
I mean, forget about it. I mean, if you get rid of OJ, you get rid of the stigma of having OJ in your film, and every time he's on the scene, you think about the horrific crimes he committed, allegedly. Um, and you have Matt Damon.
If I
Yeah,
did it.
yeah, if I did, this is how I would did it. Word for word, this is how I exactly did it. Um, yeah, just give me Matt Damon. What he would have made this movie 45 times better. He would have been believable as a detective, as you can see from his role in The Departed, and he has comedic timing. And you know, he has the physical comedy, he has the actual comedy. He just would have been perfect in Departed as Nordberg. And yeah, we wouldn't have to see OJ's mug every time I watch this movie.
Yeah. No, that's a fantastic choice. Imagine seeing Matt Damon get shot like 18 times, get his get burned, get his hand stuck in the window, get wet paint all over his nice
Oh, the
jacket,
worst.
a bear trap, fall
Bear
out the
trap out of
window.
nowhere.
I love it. Um, of course, that was my choice, which I think is, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
The
we can
juice,
make it.
getting rid of the juice is a good move. Um, give me an older, balder, still handsome
Obviously.
Matt Damon. Yeah, obviously he's gonna be handsome as a corpse. Come on.
Yeah, please.
Um, as Papschman, the the weasel guy that comes in to plan out Queen Elizabeth's assassination with um Ludwig and gets all he jump when with the gun he jumps on the chair. That was
I
funny.
love it. That was
Um,
good.
but yeah, just give me Matt Damon as a little sniveling weasel. Um, I feel like he's sort of played that part in The Departed and whatever that other one was. Um, I just think that would be funny to see. I'd love to see Damon play maybe in his older years, just like a real piece of shit in a film because I feel like he's been like kind of a POS in some movies, but not just like real garbage. So,
Yeah, like I
Matt, if you're
haven't seen.
listening, take that part you were thinking you didn't want to take.
Yeah, like a serial killer or something creepy like that. Like just
Yeah,
really like go there. Because yeah, he went there in not he didn't go there, but like Interstellar,
right.
The Departed. where yeah, he's a sociopath, psychopath, lunatic, but like I want fully go there, right? I'm trying to think like a Christian Bale's gone there.
Right.
People like I want to see. Give me the range. Give me the range.
Please.
Not talented Mr. Ripley, psychopathic range.
That wasn't scary.
Yeah, like be Ted Bundy or somebody.
Or Al Bundy. He's good too.
Yeah, be Al Bundy. Do
Yeah.
the Al Bundy biography.
Eh, no peg. Um, I feel like there was a number of things that I still wanted to mention about this movie and I forgot, but is there anything else you could think of that we should talk about?
I don't think so. I feel like I've covered everything that I was wanted to talk about. But if you have anything you remember, please let it out. Shout, let it all out.
Let it all out. These
These
are
are the things that we're talking about. Come on.
come on.
Who's saying that? Frankie Goes to Hollywood?
I think I know, but I feel like I need to look it up because if what I was gonna say is as wrong as I think, let it all out. But if it's right, I'm gonna be mad that I didn't say it.
Well, you got to say it.
Damn it. Tears for Fears. I was right.
It was Tears for Fears. That's the Frankie Goes to Hollywood. What the fuck am I talking about? Tears for Fears,
Um,
Everybody Wants to Rule the World as well.
I think so, yeah.
Good song.
It's a good song. Um,
Underrated Tears for Fears.
yeah. Um, but listen, I nobody is listening to this by this length of this
They
show,
better.
but
It was a good show. How dare they?
yeah. But no, seriously, I know what you're thinking because we were both thinking the same thing. This is a fucking 9.8. Like this is
It's going 10.
so good. It doesn't hit the same 20 years later. It's still very good, and I still respect the hell out of it for what it was, what it did for Leslie Nielsen, but it's not it anymore, as the kids say.
No, it doesn't slap as it used to slap.
It's a little mid.
Super mid.
But listen, send us an email. Tell us why we're right. Tell us why we're wrong. Whatever. Or give us some suggestions for other films. Something like that. I don't know. Just send us a message. Be nice.
Yeah, please, something.
Yeah.
Interact with the
Come on.
show. Like, subscribe. Doesn't take much to subscribe and not watch anything.
It's true. It's true. Well, if you missed Cousin Benny again, he'll be back next week. We missed him too. I hope whatever's happening with his 9 Mets, they're doing good. But I don't know. I guess that's it, Robbie. Tell him good night.
Good night, Frank. And don't worry about your girl. She's married to an Olympic gymnast, and she's having the best sex of her life.
Oh my God. So many funny lines that I forgot. As the second I stop, I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna think of like 10 lines that I wanted to mention.
Yeah. Well, let me know. I'll sign back on.
All right, good.
Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father.